Hey YouTube, it's your boy D7 here, and of course Redsn0w has been updated to 0.9.6 beta 2. Now what can we expect from this new update on the jailbreak? Well, of course this uses the same limerain exploits, so we can jailbreak iPhone 3G, iPhone 3GS old boot ROM, new boot ROM, iPhone 4, iPod Touch 2G, MC, non-MC model, iPod Touch 3rd gen and 4th gen, and of course the iPad on 3.2.2 firmware. I'm going to have two links for you guys right down here in the crotch bar. One's going to be for the respective firmware downloads, and the other's going to be for Redsn0w 0.9.6 beta 2 for Windows and Mac users. Okay, so of course I'm using my iPhone 3GS old boot ROM, so I can show you guys the boot logos on 4.1 firmware. And what I'm going to do here is run it from the zip file. You don't really need to extract it. Okay, so once we're on the home screen, we want to browse, and of course I always say save all your firmwares and tools to your desktop. It's just a lot easier to search for. Okay, so you'll get two pop-ups, one if you're using iPhone 3GS and one if you're using iPod Touch MC or non-MC models. This is to verify which boot, which models you have. Now of course it is very important that you answer this correctly, and it does give you some help text here to help you along to make your decision, the correct decision of course. I'm using the old boot ROM, so I'm going to click no, and I'm going to continue. Okay, so now we have the checklist. Now on iPhone 3GS, of course, you can use the custom boot logos, the recovery logos, and or verbose boot. Now there are two different checklists, or even three different checklists. If you're using the iPhone 3G and the iPod Touch 2G, you will have extra items to check, like multitasking. You can implement wallpapers and battery percentages. On the 3GS, of course, you can have the custom boot logos and or recovery. With the iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4, you will just get install Cydia, just boot tethered, and just enter DFU mode. Now this is a new checkbox, and this will be for all devices, just enter DFU mode. What this does is puts your device into a perfect vulnerable state, a pwned DFU mode state if you like. And what this allows you to do is to shift click restore to custom firmware that may have been cooked or will have been cooked from a pwnage tool Mac user. So if you have a friend that could send you or make you a custom firmware, then email it to you, or however give it to you via USB, then you will be able to now just put your device into DFU mode, or a pwned DFU mode, ready to then shift click restore in iTunes. So again, if you have a friend with pwnage tool and a Mac, they'll be able to do that for you. You will now be able to restore to that firmware with your Windows PC, of course with the pwned state checklist. So of course I'm going to get loads of people asking me, why don't you just give links to custom firmware from your Mac, that you just make all the firmwares 4.1s, 3.2.2, and then bang, we can download that. It is highly illegal to do that, so I of course am not going to. You may find that somewhere, but that's completely down to you. I won't be posting those links, unfortunately. Sorry guys. So I'm going to put the custom boot logo in, and I'm going to click next. Okay, so it's asking you to switch off your device and make sure that it's connected. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down for a second and show you that my device is going to be off. And once it's completely off and the spinning wheel has disappeared, I can click next, and it will make me hold down the power button for 3 seconds, power button, home button for 10 seconds. And release the power button and keep my thumb on the home button for a further 20 seconds until it kicks into play. Okay, so there we go. We have custom boot logos on and Cydia on 4.1 firmware. I'll just show you that, guys. Okay. To everyone asking about the unlock, according to Muscle Nerd, the crash actually has been found and they are waiting for the 4.2 firmware released by Apple, and then that unlock will supposedly be released. So good news for everyone that's waiting on that. So anyways guys, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys real soon.